Have you ever paused for a moment and asked yourself, could the very foods I trust to heal me be secretly harming me instead? Everywhere you look, there's advice telling you to eat more superfoods, more kale, more berries, more avocados. They're praised in magazines, recommended by doctors, and showcased on TV as the ultimate path to vibrant health and endless energy. But here's something few people will ever say out loud. As you age past 60, your body doesn't process these foods the same way it did when you were younger. Your digestion slows. Your kidneys become more sensitive. Your metabolism becomes more fragile. And your hormones can shift in ways that completely change how you respond to even the healthiest ingredients. Today, you and I are going to take a slow, thoughtful look behind the curtain. We'll explore how these superfoods, despite their benefits, can also bring hidden pitfalls if you don't consume them mindfully. And by the end, you'll have the knowledge you need to enjoy them without fear, regret, or confusion. So, take a deep breath. Open your heart and your mind. And let's begin this eye-opening journey together. 1. Avocados. The fat that sneaks up on you. For years, avocados have been celebrated as the king of healthy fats. People mash them on toast, blend them into smoothies, or simply scoop them straight from the peel. And yes, avocados do provide wonderful nutrients, monounsaturated fats that can help lower LDL cholesterol, plus potassium, fiber, and antioxidants. But here's what no one tells you about avocados after 60. One single avocado can carry up to 320 calories. Those calories are dense and easy to underestimate. A few extra spoonfuls, and suddenly, your daily calorie intake has quietly ballooned. As we age, our basal metabolic rate, how many calories we burn at rest, decreases. Even if you feel active, your body doesn't need as much energy as it did in your 40s. High potassium in avocados can be dangerous for people with reduced kidney function, a problem that affects millions over 60. Overeating avocado can lead to bloating, slower digestion, and an uncomfortable heavy feeling. Real-life example. I once worked with a client named Susan, a vibrant 68-year-old who loved her daily avocado toast. She couldn't understand why her weight crept up slowly, even though she ate healthy. When we looked closer, she was consuming over 600 calories a day in avocado alone, without realizing it. How to protect yourself. White heavy checkmark stick to half an avocado per serving. White heavy checkmark enjoy it no more than 3 to 4 times a week. White heavy checkmark if you have kidney issues or are taking medications that affect potassium, consult your doctor. Remember, even good fat becomes too much when your metabolism slows down. Number 2. Berries. Nature's sweet trap. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. Tiny jewels bursting with flavor and antioxidants. They've been proven to improve memory, support digestion, and fight inflammation. But what happens if you believe more is always better? Here's the reality no one shares. Berries are naturally high in fructose, a sugar that still impacts your insulin levels, even though it's not refined. A single cup of blueberries has roughly 15 grams of sugar. If you snack on berries several times a day, you could easily consume as much sugar as a slice of cake. Over time, these sugar surges can erode tooth enamel, cause energy crashes, and worsen insulin resistance. Imagine this scenario. You wake up, have a berry smoothie for breakfast. Later, you snack on a bowl of mixed berries. Then, after lunch, you enjoy yogurt with berries on top. It seems harmless, healthy, even, but you've just eaten nearly 40 grams of sugar without noticing. How to balance benefits and risks. White heavy checkmark pair berries with protein or fat, like cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a handful of nuts, to slow sugar absorption. White heavy checkmark keep portions to half a cup per serving. White heavy checkmark rinse your mouth after eating to protect your teeth. Number 3. Kale. The thyroid underminer. Kale has been crowned a superfood superstar. Raw kale smoothies, kale chips, kale salads, it's everywhere. But kale also contains goitrogens, compounds that can interfere with the way your thyroid produces hormones. If you already have hypothyroidism, which is increasingly common over 60, large amounts of raw kale can make you feel sluggish, tired, or foggy. A lead to unexplained weight gain, affect digestion and mood. What's worse, most people have no idea their daily green smoothies could be quietly sabotaging their thyroid. Simple adjustments. White heavy checkmark lightly steam or saute kale to reduce goitrogens. White heavy checkmark rotate with other greens like spinach, arugula, or romaine. White heavy checkmark limit raw kale to occasional salads rather than daily meals. Number 4. Fatty fish. Mercury's hidden cost. Salmon, sardines, mackerel. You hear it all the time. Eat more fatty fish for your heart. But here's what you don't hear as often. Some of these fish also come with mercury, a heavy metal that accumulates in your body over time. For seniors, mercury toxicity can be especially dangerous. It damages nerve cells, increasing the risk of memory loss and cognitive decline. It affects balance, raising the chance of dangerous falls. It impairs kidney function. Consider this. Eating too much high-mercury fish, even once or twice a week, can have cumulative effects over months or years. What you can do. White heavy checkmark avoid the highest mercury fish, like king mackerel, tilefish, shark, and swordfish. White heavy checkmark choose wild-caught salmon, sardines, or trout, low in mercury and rich in omega-3s. White heavy checkmark limit servings to 2 to 3 per week. Number 5. Nuts. The silent calorie overload. Nuts are often labeled a perfect snack, full of healthy fats, minerals, and protein. But here's the overlooked truth. A single handful can contain over 200 calories. If you snack mindlessly, while watching TV, talking on the phone, or reading, it's incredibly easy to eat triple that amount. Over time, this leads to slow, steady weight gain that stresses your joints. Higher cholesterol if you consume too many roasted or salted nuts. Digestive discomfort if your body isn't used to that much fat. Pro tip. White heavy checkmark measure out a quarter cup in advance. White heavy checkmark choose raw or dry roasted nuts without added oils or salt. White heavy checkmark think of nuts as a garnish, not a meal. Number 6. Green juice. Sugar in disguise. Green juice feels like the healthiest habit you can have. It looks pure and natural, full of vitamins and minerals. But the label often hides a different story. Bottled juices frequently blend in apple or pineapple puree to improve taste, leading to 25 to 35 grams of sugar per serving. When you juice vegetables, you remove the fiber, so sugar hits your bloodstream faster. If you drink juice daily, you're essentially consuming dessert in disguise. How to protect yourself. White heavy checkmark if you love green drinks. Blend instead of juice, so you keep the fiber. White heavy checkmark use mostly vegetables, with just a small piece of fruit. White heavy checkmark read labels carefully and avoid bottles with more than 10 grams of sugar per serving. Number 7. Olive oil. Liquid calories. Olive oil has undeniable benefits for heart health, but it's also dense with calories, 120 per tablespoon. Many people over 60 unknowingly pour extra oil on everything. Salads, grilled veggies, whole grain bread. Those calories add up quickly, contributing to weight gain, digestive discomfort, excess fat intake. Better habits. White heavy checkmark use a teaspoon or measuring spoon. White heavy checkmark mix with lemon juice or vinegar to lighten calorie load. White heavy checkmark consider using a sprayer for better portion control. Number 8. Yogurt. The hidden dessert. Greek yogurt is often marketed as a clean, protein-rich food, but many brands are closer to dessert than health food. Watch out for added sugar, sometimes up to 20 grams per cup, artificial thickeners that irritate digestion, flavored varieties that spike blood sugar. How to enjoy yogurt wisely. White heavy checkmark by plain, unsweetened yogurt. White heavy checkmark add your own fruit or a small drizzle of honey. White heavy checkmark aim for less than 6 grams of sugar per serving. Empower yourself with knowledge. Remember this above all else. A superfood is only super if it's right for you. After 60, you need to think carefully about portion sizes, hidden sugars, and how your body responds. The goal isn't to fear these foods. It's to enjoy them in balance, so you can feel energized, light, and confident every day. Stay curious, stay empowered, and never stop learning about what your body truly needs. Thank you for watching, and for taking the time to care for your health in the most thoughtful way possible.